Hello everyone, this is Fenrir, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Last time, we started the game, obviously, and we have the sword and the shield. Oh, I won't do it in this one. Anyway, we unlocked the gate to the Maku Tree, so let's go up and talk to him. And he looks so small, and he has a bubble, and he won't talk to us. But you pop the bubble, and he wakes up. Did we wake him? Yes, we did. Din was taken while I slept? Yes, Insomniac, she was taken. And apparently the Temple of Seasons is gone, obviously. And apparently, while he was sleeping, he was also neglecting his duty to protect the Oracle. And apparently he's also withered due to certain extenuating circumstances, I guess. With the seasons of chaos, the land is robbed of the very essence of nature, draining all of his might. We have to save Din instead of him. Stupidly. And it's also the only favor he's ever asked. And he senses evil in the northern peak, where the Temple of Seasons used to be, and Onox has cast a shadow on the northern peak, and we can't go there yet. We'll need the 8 essences of nature that lie sleeping in Holodrum. If we have all 8, we'll be able to pierce his wall of shadow and go after Din. Shall he repeat it? No, he shall not. And he'll give us this key. And if we go to the giant root near the lake up north, the first essence should be there. Yeah, he falls back asleep. Anyway, we have the first key of the game, the Gnarled key. Now we leave, and head towards the lake up north. More on this game, as far as I'm concerned. This was actually one of the primary reasons I ever got a Game Boy Color. These Oracle games are just freaking awesome. In my honest opinion, they are some of the better Zelda games. Kill. Yeah, it's just a good old fun time. Anyway, we show up back where Din was, and now there's a lot of Octoroks, and I got hurt randomly. But yeah, this game is kind of a cult favorite, but we cut the grass, and we go to the left, and there's a giant root, and you see the keyhole up here, and you just walk against it, and you use the key. Thus opens dungeon number 1! Level 1, the Gnarled Root Dungeon. This follows the same general idea as the Hero's Cave to kind of demonstrate how dungeons are supposed to work. Now you have 4 stones this time instead of just 1. The one you want to move is the top right corner. Yeah. And if you go up, there's this old man, and he reminds us to return light to unlit torches. This becomes important shortly. And you have to move it again to gain access to the right door. And inside we have Stalfos. One-hit kills. The blue variety can't really hurt you unless you bump into them. So they're not much of a threat. We get the key, so we can go over here. And again, more Stalfos. Just lay waste to them. The most annoying part is the fact that they move. And if you kill them all, you get a chest. And inside this chest is a dungeon map. I'll admit to you, I do own the games, but this is an emulator. So there's a problem with the emulator, or ROM, or whatever. And for whatever reason, if you try to cycle through some of the map pages, it'll freeze. I'm not going to be looking at the map in that case, that's why I practiced. Anyway, moving along, in the next room you find these red guys. Kinda look like the little red ones, right? Well, you hit it. And there's the 2 little red guys, so we kill, and we swing, and we kill. Thank you. This also quickly introduces a minecart. We jump in it. And practically anything we bump into dies, which is nice. And here we have a moblin. I think that's a moblin anyway. And you see that little blue thing right there? They attack. The moblins throw boomerangs, if you couldn't tell. these little blade-looking thingies come in 3 different colors. There's the blue, the green, and the red. Each color moves at different speed. The red are the fastest, the green is the medium, and the blue are the slowest. Easily dodged. However, there's a door over there, and we need to move this. Oh, I guess we can only move it when you kill all these! Yes, sometimes you have to kill every enemy in the room before you can move a stone. So, you just move it, door opens, bait one, move in. And here we have another room with several more blocks than before. But you want to push this one down, this one to the left, this one down, this one to the left, and you're through. And inside we have a gacha seed. The gacha seeds are kind of a semi-collectible thing in this game. I will constantly forget where I plant gacha seeds because that one spot outside the mayor's house isn't the only spot. So I'm going to constantly be getting lost due to this, and bear with me on that. We open this chest, and we find the compass! Booyah! Again, unfortunately, it's not going to be of much use, but it does do a chime for when there's a key or something hidden in the room. You'll hear it. Anyway, jump back in the minecart after hitting the switch up there, and you'll see the track is switched, so now we can go to the right as opposed to the left. These arrow doors, via the minecart, cannot be accessed by anything but the minecart. They cannot be opened by you, or anything. Anyway, we saw a chest back there, so we want to go grab it. Back. And we have 10 bombs. That's why I don't really buy them at the store early on. I just buy the shield. Die. I'm probably gonna, go this way first. See that crack in the wall? Right there. You hit start, and you assign items here. And you pick up bombs, and be warned, when you use a bomb, you'll immediately have it in your hands. And bombs can be used in one of 2 ways. If you are standing still, then the bomb will just simply be dropped. If you are actually in a moving kind of state, you will throw the bomb in the direction you're moving, which is useful to remember. Anyway, there we have the green blade thingy-majiggers. Anyway, see that little red thing looks like a turtle shell? It's a homing blade. It will go the direction it sees you in. You wanted to cut that grass to the right and then hide in there while it went by. Be careful of that one, it kind of jumps out at you. Oh, shit. Up here is the red/orange ones. And we weren't supposed to go this way just yet. My bad. Oh, hell. Ow. Yeah, red thing right there kind of ruins your game plan if you're not careful. I took a lot of unnecessary hits. My bad. I'm gonna generally try to do a dungeon per video, for the record. So we go off to the stairs to the right, and we hit that, and look, a key. My bad. Kill the bat. Yes, the bats are called keys, so I'll just call it bat to save my sanity. You'll notice I haven't really had much of a use of my shield yet, but I keep it equipped just in case. Navigate back through this hellish little room here. Honestly, I think this is one of the more dangerous rooms in the first dungeon. Simply because of the red thing right there. He's a headache. Now, back to what we were doing. Ooh, fairy. Fairies will restore a certain amount of HP. Open the door, and we have us a mini-boss. You cannot pass. These guys are actually really annoying. They will throw a boomerang at you. And it will go into such a obtuse angle as to always be aimed at you. No matter where the other is positioned, it'll still go back and forth between them. I suggest charging up your sword to spin attack them whenever they're close. When you kill one, you kill them both. I don't know how killing one kills both, but whatever. And after every single mini-boss fight, you have a portal right there in the middle of the room that will lead you back to the entrance. This is good for quick hopping between the beginning and the end. Anyway, here we have those damn things. Woo. And you see the staircase in the middle of a lot of bricks. What you want to do is move the left one, the left edge of the diamond. And you go down the stairs, and now you're in this 2D kind of section. You can't go up, see? But you can take the ladders, and we see this bag here, and we have a seed satchel. And inside is 20 ember seeds. This is the dungeon item, and as such, we will be using it very shortly. Yeah, Erica, that's how you find that. I've actually been playing with, you know, my girlfriend, of all things. And, she couldn't find that. And, it's kind of insulting a little bit to her, but it's not the hardest thing to find. She just gets lost kind of easy, and nothing against her or anything. But, yeah. There you go, honey. That's how you find the seed satchel. You equip it, and the unlit torches, you can now light. The seeds do run out, but you can find them in grasses and pots. Kill the moblins. Beware of pits. Yeah, something I haven't really mentioned. There are pits in places, like this. And if you fall in, you lose half a heart. Anyway, we have us the boss key. Yeah. Now we're talking. Anyway. This is the only portal I can think of that doesn't lead you straight back to the entrance. It just leads you to this room for the sake of handing you the boss key. Yeah, it's the first dungeon. They're going to hand it to you. Deal with it. Anywho, keep on moving. And if you remember, in the door to the right, there were unlit torches blocking our path before. Kill off the Stalfos so they don't get in the way. Yeah. Re-equip the seed satchel, and the door opens. In this room, we have Floor Masters. These annoying pieces of ass die in 3 hits by the wooden sword. And if they grab you, they will send you back to the entrance of the dungeon. On the left side, we have a ring. Go us. I know exactly what this ring is, but that's for everyone else to find out later. And we keep going. And there'll be more floor masters in this room. They always come in a varying number of sets, always randomly generated somewhere. You want to make sure you're at full health. There are fairies in this room. There are pits, kind of easy to dodge. And in here, we have the door. The doors with the goat skull thing with the keyhole in it, that is the boss room. Can only be opened with the boss key. We enter. I forget this thing's name, but it is also the first boss of the original Zelda game. And the fight begins, and he charges us, and he's big. He can fly around. Didn't really let him hit me. His weak spot, the one you want to aim for, is his horn. Just be ready to take a few hits if you're not careful. He's not hard. I think his name is Aquila, if memory serves. It's been a while since I played the first Zelda, bear with me. He normally doesn't charge this much. He has 2 varying attacks, and I'm going to try to get him to show off his other. Come on, do it. He doesn't wanna. And I don't want to kill him before showing off the attack, because it's an LP for a reason. Come on, do it! He doesn't want to do it. Anyway, the other attack you want to watch for is a 3 laser. It heads off in 3 different directions. It's a laser breath kind of thing. There it goes. See? There it is. And it's kind of hard to dodge, because the middle one will always generally be aimed at you. And when he dies, you get your first heart container, and you now have 4 hearts. Go us. In the next room, last room of the dungeon, we have your essence. You got the fertile soil and an essence of nature. Seeds scattered across bountiful lands are nourished in this fertile soil. Level 1 done. Rhyming without intent. You automatically get warped out of the dungeon, and after every dungeon, the Maku Tree sends a message. After yawning, see? Wah. It's the Maku Tree. Some of the fertile soil has come to him, and he feels stronger. In his dreams, he saw the temple of seasons in a strange land that he does not know. He saw a precious item that will aid us. So that's where we're going next. When you first leave this area, see that shadow? don't leave the area just yet. This is actually pretty cool. You see a witch, and she's flying around, and she rams into you like a douche. You want that to happen. She is Maple, the Great Witch Syrup's apprentice. You see that potion off to the far left? She's going to get to it before I do. That's not important. Anyway, a lot of stuff fell out of the bag, saying that the Great Witch will be mad. Now, she's looking for long eggs, but I'll remember that one later. Now, it's a race to see who can get the most stuff. She'll always go after the more valuable stuff first, so you want to be ready for that. Remember that your sword can also grab things for you, and she gets angry if you grab more stuff than her, and she runs off. Anyway, switch to the ember seeds real quick, and burn the leftmost sapling. Yeah, we can burn saplings now. Go down here, and there's an old man like the one in the dungeon, only this one says, shh, don't tell. It gives monies, 100 rupees to be exact. And that is our first great sum of cash for a while, which is pretty nifty. We had a Gosha seed before, so we can plant a Gosha seed here. And that's what I'm going to do. Cut the grass. Grass. And it's summer. Nothing important happens here in the summer. And you see that the Gosha seed I planted became a Gosha tree, which bloomed a Gosha nut. Let's see. Hit it with your sword, and inside you get a ring. Not always. Anyway, go into the mayor's house real quick, because we have bombs now. Switch to your bombs. And throw them. No! See? Bombs can't hurt you. Be ready for that. Anyway, inside, yet another Gosha seed. Yeah. We got Screen Thumb. You want to switch back to your Ember Seeds, because they're actually more important here than most items. Especially in Horon Village, you get a lot of work out of the Ember Seeds. Anyway, we have the sapling guarding the heart piece. Burn it down, and we get our first heart piece. And if you get 4 heart pieces, you get a heart container, which will give you another unit of health. Yeah, let's go in here, because we have 2 rings. You want to hit a praise, and remember these are going to be 20 apiece, and Discovery Ring is the ring we found in the first dungeon. This will chime, if you wear it, whenever there's soft soil nearby. And this ring is the Red Holy Ring. No damage from small rocks. When you use a praise symbol, you automatically leave, and I'm going to go back into the list and grab the Red Holy Ring, because it's honestly the first defensive ring we get. Red Holy Ring! Yay. Now, in order to get to your rings, you enter the menu, and you hit select to cycle through. This is also how you save, by the way. I'll do that in a sec. But the rings will always be on the bottom of the second screen. Also on the second screen, you see your key items, such as, well, keys, the number of rings, and the Gosha seeds. Anyway, to equip the ring, you just put the cursor over it, hit A. That's it. Anyway, now we can save. And I'm going to save and continue, because we still have one thing to do before I end the video. If you go south here, there's a tree. This tree has nothing on it right now. Be patient, you'll see. Head north, and then west, and you come to the clock shop. That's not where I wanted to be, my bad. Where do I want to be? You know, I forget. Oops. Somewhere. Why am I so forgetful right now? I'm not usually this bad about it. Crud. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. Sorry. Looks like my practice session kinda went unyielding. You want to go east from the tree. And there's another house, but there's also another sapling. You want to burn the middle one, and there's another door, and there's another guy, and inside this guy's thing is another don't tell dude, and he gives you monies. Another 100. Yeah, we just earned 200 for burning down trees. Arson for the win. Anyway, this guy right here, and he says that the light is too dim to read, so you light the torch. And he's like, yeah, I can finally focus. Here is this Kukodex. And this Kukodex is awesome. It's the result of many years of Kuko research. There's a bombable wall to the right, but we'll wait because we can't swim yet. Anyway, with the Kukodex, you can now go up here. I'll show you. This honestly had me lost for a moment. On my practice run, I completely forgot about the area. Anyway, you want to go north of Horon Village. Horon. And you want to go near Den Stump again. Only this time, you also want to go north from this area. And there's a house, tree thing. Inside is a chick with chickens and a girl. And her dad Talon went to climb Mount Kuko, and she has to care for the hens. She says she doesn't know a lot, and she sees our Kukodex, and we give it to her. And she gives us a long egg. She says it's all the rage with cute girls. And we have the long egg. Maple mentioned it earlier, so we're going to be giving it to her very soon. Next time we bump into her, actually. Yeah. This is the swap chain, which is needed for a very good item later on. That is honestly able to pretty much break the game as far as fights go. Anyway, back in Horon Village. I'm going to skip out all the unnecessary backtracking. Such if I get lost or something, which probably won't happen, but it can. You go to the sapling. And the sleeping guy wakes up and he comes after us. He's the wandering prophet Sakura. And he knows that the seasons are out of thingy, but the Temple of Seasons is still hidden in the world. If you cannot find the temple, then pay a visit to the spirits who live there. Then maybe they can help. And he goes back to sleep. Anyway, we want to burn that out of the tree. And then we can leave the village to the east. But that's all for now. Next time, we will go east and try to find if we can find this hidden land where the Temple of Seasons went. Until next time, everyone, this has been Fenrir. Take care.